So obviously, all of us are different, and throughout history, these differences have been a source of community and strength, but also discrimination and oppression.
The Chicago History Museum examines these issues in a new exhibition called Race, Are We So Different? John Russick is the museum's Vice President of Interpretation and Education, and he joins us live with more. Good morning, John. And I just want to ask you, the story of race in America is so nuanced and complex. What were some of the challenges in bringing forth this exhibition, and why now? Why this exhibition now?
Well, first, just thank you for having me on. It's a great opportunity for us to talk about this exhibit. It's very exciting to bring this here. I think for anybody who's paying attention to national politics, to local issues, it's pretty clear why we need to have more of an understanding of what those racial words that we throw around and the way we start thinking about why and how we're divided nationally and as individuals. And so the History Museum really wanted to invest our time in bringing this project here so that we could get people started thinking about how race has shaped not just the national scene, but specifically here in Chicago. What are those challenges that we're facing now, and how can our better understanding of race help us address some of them?
And it looks like it's an interactive exhibit with different videos and pictures. Talk about the specifics and what really strikes you if you're to walk through the museum and look at this exhibit.
I think what makes Race, Are We So Different really a powerful experience is it's the kind of experience that anyone can come to and learn something from. I have learned things from this exhibition myself. There are lots of staff here at the museum in the first days before it actually opened to the public, where people came in and got a chance to look at some of this material and engage with, as you say, these interactives where you look at the color of your skin and what sort of conclusions you can draw or might draw from that, or the sound of people's voices, or these interactives that ask you to think a little bit about your relationship to race. And I think for anybody who's interested in this, or if you're raising children like I am, this is a great environment for you to bring your kids and engage them with some of this interactivity so that they not only understand what race and racism has meant in America, but also they have a better grounding in sort of the social constructs, the science, the history, and the nature of race and racism in America.
And of course, this is the Chicago History Museum. What are some of the Chicago-specific elements, I guess, of this exhibition?
Right, well, it's interesting that you ask that, because I think race is such a massive subject. So much of this exhibition is built around looking at why does our society look the way it does. And what we realize here is that these constructs, this idea of a racial organization to people, was really created in the last few hundred years. It is not an ancient thing. It's a relatively new thing. And it's been used to create separations and divisions between people and reinforce power structures that have shaped the way Chicago has been developed. So basically all of the content here is related to Chicago. There are some moments in here where we focus in on stories about public housing, wealth, and census numbers, places where Chicago's story really comes to the surface. But you will find that there's a national story as well as a local story being told in this exhibition.
All right, really ambitious there. Thank you so much, John Russick. We appreciate your time this morning.
Important and interesting. Thank you, John, so much.
Well, Race, Are We So Different is at the Chicago History Museum until July.
You can find more information about the exhibit on our website, abc7chicago.com.